All right, ladies and gentlemen, the downfall continues. We're talking about iDubbbz. So iDubbbz is someone that, okay, listen, a lot of people like saying that they never watched iDubbbz content when they were young. I did watch iDubbbz content when I was young. I thought his old edgy content was great when I was a kid, and now when I watch them back, I think the edgy content was just kind of okay. God damn it, bro. Has this man fallen off badly? So he just made this new video, CardNarcs. And bro, it is a 42% dislike to like ratio, which is awful. So we're gonna jump right into it today. I hear it was bad, and this video encapsulates iDubbbz fall off. For those of you that don't know who iDubbbz is, he used to make these massive content cop hit piece videos on YouTubers, basically lambasting them and their content for everyone. Like, that's what this guy used to do in incredibly edgy ways, and he would say slurs and shit and hang out with filthy franks and all that. He made a video recently disavowing his old content because he decided he wanted to become a basic bitch, to put it in a kind and wholesome way. Apparently, this video encapsulates the iDubbbz fall off in an insane degree. So we're gonna be jumping right into this. I'm a little scared, and leave a like and subscribe, because we're gonna re-upload this as a reaction video on YouTube with my critical commentary, and we'll try to ratio iDubbbz. Oh God, that sounds so bad and petty, but I am bad and petty. Let's go.
Greetings and salutations, my mud-blooded Americans.
Whoa! Did you just say? Wait, what? Hold up.
Today I'm wearing.
Wait.
Greetings and salutations.
Dude. What? You can't just put this on my screen, bro.
Today I'm wearing my studded leather sash. Gives me 8 strength and 8 agility.
Dude, he cut off his mustache. I have never wanted to see a man take off their mustache as badly as this man.
Which, no. Let's do that over again. Why did I say agility? 8 strength and 8 stamina.
Is that really how he's starting his video?
Today we're going to be complaining. Welcome back to iDubbbz Complains. On today's episode, I'm going to be complaining about the CardNarc. Now, if you're not familiar with CardNarc...
I am not familiar with CardNarcs. Please teach me about CardNarcs, iDubbbz. I have faith that you're still a good content creator. I'm going to say right now, the people that are hating on you for this video, for someone that's seen 25 seconds, I have faith it's not going to be terrible, right?
It's basically this guy, Sebastian, who works for a radio show.
Okay.
Who had the idea
to
shame people who aren't bringing their carts back to the cart corral.
Wait, that's just based. So this guy's job is that he goes around to mall parking lots, and when people don't return their carts, he makes fun of them. Isn't that just awesome? Sorry. Dude, if you don't put your cart back at a mall, you're an asshole.
Shame people who aren't bringing their carts back to the cart corral.
Dinged car doors, spots taken up, grocery prices raised sky high because employees have to go out and spend their time hunting down carts. We are publicly shaming those dicks who don't take back their shopping carts.
Okay, maybe publicly shaming is a little too much, but also, like, holy fuck, this man is just the Batman of Walmart parking lots. What was that sound effect? It sounds like an Oompaville sound effect.
You curved your cart. You didn't take it back to the cart corral where it belonged. Are you okay? That's the second curbing, by the way.
No, I'm not okay, you fucker.
Holy shit.
I'm a nice guy. No, ma'am, you left your cart here like a lazybones.
Yeah?
Yeah, but that's like the face of someone that absolutely knows she's in the wrong.
What are you bothering us for?
Because you left your cart out.
So what?
So that's gonna block someone's spot.
I don't care.
It ended up being...
These guys are just assholes. Oh my God.
being entertaining for a good amount of people, and
I'm not saying it's great content, and publicly shaming people and posting their faces on the internet is mega cringe. However, these guys are mega cringe too. Not putting your carts back is such a dick move. You know how many times I'll drive to a shopping mall and I'll want to park, and there'll just be like a shopping cart in the parking spot. And I have to stop the car in the middle of the parking lot, get out of my car to take the cart, to move it away so I could get back in the car so I could go back in the freaking the parking spot. Listen, CardNarcs shaming people publicly and putting their faces online is not a great look. However, let's not make believe that his victims...
He's definitely one of those people where I was like, I think this is interesting. I like the idea.
Okay.
It is pretty inoffensive to like approach someone and be like, hey, you mind taking your shopping cart back? But the problem is we've sort of graduated from that.
Does he think that the content should have been just like tapping people on the shoulder and politely saying, "Hello, sir. Would you mind putting the cart back from where it was taken?" And then he'll say, "Well, no, I don't want to do that." "Oh, well, that's completely understandable. Have a nice day." Well, that's not exactly good YouTube content, is it?
See, that attitude's getting you a hood magnet of shame, sir. Go with a hood magnet since that was a determined. Gotcha. Another one in progress over here. Hold on. I'll be back in the spot. Here, let me get you another one right there.
Wait, so he puts hood magnets on people's cars? Because when people don't put their cart back, he puts like a hood magnet saying, "I'm an asshole that didn't put my cart back," and he puts it on the car?
But now we're on season 17 of the CartNarcs.
Season 17, oh my god.
And I'm like, just sort of over it. The what if.
But still, like, this is his weird justice. Like, I think that's funny, right? Isn't that kind of funny, putting cringe magnets on carts? Like, this guy didn't put his cart back. That's just kind of funny.
Question was already answered. It's basically like, what if we did this? Well, the answer is some people get upset. And, you can say it's justified or not, doesn't really matter. But we got our answer.
Okay.
Just asking someone to take their shopping cart back doesn't really evoke a strong reaction in people.
That's not where the carts go. There's some lazy bones. Well, I know why, because you're being a lazy bones.
Most people will...
Is iDubbbz making a video complaining about CardNarcs? Is this just a content cop repackaged? He's making a content cop about CardNarcs. He's insulting the content too. He's saying you could have done better. You could have made more original content. It got boring after 17 seasons. First of all, this man's that's how he makes his money, okay? Man gets 100,000 views on a video. He needs to make a living, and he's gonna keep making the same content because he needs to fucking make money, which is understandable. And it's not something that you would understand, being that you lost hundreds of thousands of dollars for charity over your second Creator Clash event, and you haven't been making money for the last 3 years. You wouldn't understand that. But this guy, CartNarcs man, actually does need to make some money. iDubbbz is really making a content cop after disavowing content cops. This is just slurless content cop against some guy who's fighting a good fight. I'm so confused what this content is. What?
Just fucking ignore it, drive off. They won't throw a hissy fit. The first topic I want to cover with the CardNarcs is the insult of lazy bones.
This literally is just a content cop. He reskinned content cop into this.
Very tired right now, and it's causing an error in your judgment, lazy bones. Be a better person and not be so lazy bones. What we do is we narc out people who are being big old lazy bones and not taking their carts back. You're being a lazy bone.
And I do have a handicap, actually.
Is your disability lazy bones-itis?
There's a lot of people who say, like, yeah, this is...
I mean, like, okay, this is stupid, all right? I get it. I get not liking the content. I get not respecting the content. I get him being a public nuisance and posting people's faces online is cringe. Why hasn't iDubbbz mentioned the fact that he's posting these people online for public humiliation? Why is the complaint the lazy bones?
This ain't so bad. The CartNarc, he's hitting people with the white people insults.
Is lazy bones a white person insult?
Wrong with that? It's like, dude, if someone called you lazy bones, would you not feel fucking awful?
No? What? I am so floored right now that this is going on. Is the guy that was known on the internet for saying racial slurs going up against this guy for using the word lazy bones?
Especially if you're being lazy, that shit is like a level 9 white people insult.
If you're being lazy, you deserve it. Oh my God, he just finished the sentence and made it worse. That's the point of the insult.
Like a level 9 white people insult. Those hurt. It's in that weird area of like,
Those hurt. This is the racial slur guy.
Being like barbaric, you're not calling someone an asshole and flipping them off. Fuck you, asshole! It's like when you see someone doing that, almost like violent and aggravated, you almost feel bad because it's like, ooh, you don't have control of what's going on here. I think
I'm like actually so sad. This is what Twitter does to a motherfucker. This is what you get cucked one time. One
of the worst insults that I've ever received in my life was a white person insult, and it was just a really well-placed no shit Sherlock.
To this day, you are still remembering the time you got no shit Sherlock. Calling lazy people lazy bones is the most no shit Sherlock thing I've ever heard in my life.
Like, if someone hits you with a no shit Sherlock at the right moment in time, you can't recover from that.
But also, it's deserved. If a no shit Sherlock actually puts you into shambles, then you deserved it. This video hurts me so badly. What is going on? What is this random transition?
Another point that I'd like to address, I think often goes unnoticed by people, and that is 2 people can be assholes simultaneously. Or 2 parties, however you want to put it. You know, you can dislike both people and think that they're both being unreasonable and shitty.
Okay, fair.
The person not taking their car back, yeah, absolutely. Unreasonable, lazy, whatever you want to, like, attribute to them. But to pretend that Agent Sebastian isn't being an asshole and he isn't being an unreasonable piece of shit, like, come on.
Where did this man's charisma go? Oh my god, I cannot believe this is the same iDubbbz that I used to watch. I feel like I'm watching a eulogy. This is insane. Yes, 2 people could be shitty. In fact, 3 people could be shitty. iDubbbz, do you realize what you are doing right now is shitty? You are making a content cop on this guy. There are Logan Pauls on the website that you wouldn't make a content cop on. There are freaking people out there that are awful that you are not making content cops on because you don't want to hurt their feelings. You apologize to Keemstar and Tana Mojo and all those people on your content cops. And here you are making a content cop on a guy insulting people for not putting their shopping carts back. You are just as shitty as this guy.
Are you harassing people who leave their carts?
Polite ask. We're not a harass. It's a polite ask. We're sweet and loving about it.
Like he's being lazy bones in a couple other ways.
He's being polite to his face, and then as he drives away, he calls him a lazy bones. And this is iDubbbz's example of him being an asshole.
Oral hygiene and such.
This is the thing with these lazy bones sympathizers and crackheads. Like maybe you were like just off homeless dudes all day. That's why you're tired. Is that why you're tired? From giving jobs to homeless men for charity, because it's a charity thing.
What the what?
We're sweet and loving about it. Very polite.
I also want to say that
And that's him being an asshole?
ignoring someone's wishes for you to leave them alone after they very clearly said 15 times in multiple different ways, leave me alone, get away from my car, get away from me. If you continue to ignore that, you are fucking creepy.
This is the guy that went to Tana Mojo's private concert, gave her a hug, and said the N-word to her face. Like, this is the same guy. I'm literally floored. Like, I'm not, okay, first of all, I think this was a huge asshole thing of iDubbbz to do. The whole driving up to her in person shit, like, that's creepy as hell. Especially, like, you have internet beef, you drive up to someone in person. At the time, when I was a kid and I saw this, I thought this was, like, a huge gangster move on his part. But yeah, I'm not gonna say now that it's not a little bit weird. But dude, look at this. Look at this. So he drives all the way to Tana Mojo's concert.
See Tana, so I'm pretty thrilled about that. And we're gonna be like that little cherry on top, sort of little whipped cream fluff frosting. Is it worth it? Hell yeah, it's worth it.
And this is from someone who's terrified of iDubbbz, right? She made so many comments online of how she was scared of him, and he still does this.
This girl's gonna take a picture because this camera's like for the future.
Say
Dude, what? But this guy, after people politely tell you to leave, if you don't leave, well then you are being creepy.
Right now, I need you're starting this shit. Back the fuck off. Stop me. Fuck alone. Leave me the fuck away from me. Do not get anywhere near me. Stop. Stop it. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck
Like, the door-to-door salesmen take, like, at max, like, 4 no's. They'll take 4 no's from someone before they leave. This guy will take, I don't know, like 15 to 20 no's, and he'll keep going. Yes, it's very easy to...
Saying that they aren't taking no's sounds like they're fucking rapists, okay? They're just annoying. Like, let's make a pretty massive difference between those two things.
Unhinged. Another word you can use is disabled. Their brain isn't working like yours or mine. For some people, they feel like they have to answer the door. And what you gotta understand with the magnet is the magnet isn't just a magnet. The magnet is like a fucking barnacle.
Dude, this is my favorite. I miss this iDubbbz.
I'm gay.
Dude, I miss the iDubbbz.
I have osteoporosis.
I remember this iDubbbz. Now this is how you make content in a parking lot.
That remind the driver that, one, they did a bad thing.
Yeah, that is the point, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And 2, It reminds them of the asshole they just interacted with.
Well, why is there something wrong with that? I feel like this is like, it's hilarious. You know, you put the lazy bone sign. I think this guy thinks lazy bones is a slur. I really think so.
Bumper magnets for you. I'm gonna put it right here on the side of your truck. There you go. Let's go with the big old sucker here. Woo! Boy, I love that. It's a nice slap right there. German shopping cart like a jerk magnet. Well, here it goes, going right here, okay? There you go, you got that one. Got it, yes. Let's go right there on the hood.
Like, we get it, bro.
Yeah, I know you're tight, you're a big tough guy.
I actually think the CartNarc can up his game in this category because the magnets, I mean, they're a great tool, and I think that he should really lean into the fact that it's not technically illegal because you can remove it. So
yes, correct. He is not doing anything illegal. Good point. And
I think he should just up the grade of magnet. I'm thinking neodymium or higher.
Skibbity beep beep. That's not where the carts go. That's not where the carts go.
Look, I'm not saying CardNarc is banger epic content. Like, I'm literally, that is not what I'm saying here at all. I'm not saying that CardNarc he's a hero and we should all love him. But he is such a, like, not egregious content creator on YouTube. Like, as far as YouTube content goes, like, as far as prank channels go, this is the most mundane thing in the universe.
Looks like they're about to head off.
Oh, fuck.
What the frick?
And go, shit. And gotcha.
Yeah, that one sucks. It's a dick move, for sure. I'm not gonna lie, that is a huge dick move. But that's not the point! That's not the point. What is this whole video? iDubbbz made a whole video on this. Oh, Lord.
Let me just also point out the fact that you got Randall from Recess, and you got Hall Monitor SpongeBob. These characters are, like, funny when you don't have to deal with them. You know, I hate to break it to you guys, but the fish whose house was, you know, invaded by the open window maniac, they're actors. So they consented to SpongeBob breaking into their home. All of this is, like, scripted. What's
Good point, iDubbbz. I'm gonna go kill myself now in the other room.
happening with the CartNarc, that's not scripted. These
You're right, that's why people like it. Yeah.
are real people just trying to get through their day, you know.
These are real people that are public nuisances. So, yes, good point.
Any antagonizing, like, they didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, but they also left their cart in the middle of the thing to antagonize other people. I'm not saying that this is okay. I'm not saying that two wrongs make a right, but I'm also saying that this is so benign as far as YouTube content goes. I can't even believe it.
And they tried to make their boundaries clear. If you look on the recess.fandom wiki, it says, Leonard Weems is the father of Randall J. Weems. He has a similar personality to Randall, as he enjoys being a snitch and believes friends get in the way. So even with Randall, when we look at what he's doing on the recess playground, we're like, oh man, Randall, you shouldn't be doing that.
What? I am so confused. What is he talking about? What, that snitches are annoying? Well, yeah, but people leaving their carts in the middle of the thing are annoying too. Snitching is annoying when you're snitching on someone that you think that the rules or laws don't deserve to be, you shouldn't be snitched, or because you're some sort of friends or something like that. Are we supposed to go on an entire freaking snitching side tangent why snitching is bad?
But I can at least be empathetic to know that, one, you're a child, two, you're an actor. You're just, it's all acting.
Why is he calling them actors? Does he know the difference between an actor and a character?
And three, your father's a fucking rat. I would just like to have a lot more of this context for the CartNarc, because if you're gonna, you know, record someone at their fucking lowest and, like, antagonize people to the point where they blow up at you, we should at least know, you know, some of your history. He's able to...
I don't even know what to say. I feel like this is such non-egregious content.
To do the, like, irony poisoning thing where a lot of people who are watching it are like, oh, it's just jokes. It's just jokes. But he's like, no, actually, I'm very serious about this. Like, on his radio program, they have, like, a segment where they're talking.
Dude, this is literally a content cop. You know, he's listening to the podcast. Dude, this is a 4-year-old upload with 10,000 views that he watched. Okay? Like, this man researched this.
About how he loves calling the cops on people.
And of course I called the cops, and of course they didn't show, at least the 10 minutes that I was there. We called the cops on these people, or else they'll keep doing it. Panhandling, which is against the law. Blocking the sidewalk, which is against the law. Drinking in public, which is definitely...
Okay, this guy's way too invested in this fucking story. Okay, CardNarc guy is way too invested in CardNarcing.
Against the law. And I called the cops.
You gotta arrest him!
I think he was suggesting calling the cops for someone who was panhandling.
Okay, so CardNarc guy is an asshole for that, for sure. Like, again, I am not defending CartNarc guy. I am crying over the downfall of iDubbbz.
That he also cares about the shopping carts going in their place. I do genuinely think the CartNarc is trying to be ethical and reasonable about how he does what he's doing.
Yeah, bullshit. You don't think that at all. You're just saying that to make yourself look good. You obviously don't feel like that because otherwise you wouldn't be making this video.
But it's kind of hard to be ethical and reasonable when you have tasked yourself with something that is not ethical or reasonable to be doing. So you have.
And how do you define ethical and reasonable, iDubbbz? Because I don't see anywhere in the Bible where it says you're not allowed to freaking tell people to do the thing that they're supposed to be doing or call them a lazybones.
You have to like cherry pick what you're going to be serious about and not.
Because if you want to define ethics as legality, well, then they are doing something illegal very often, and he is not very often. So I'm just saying. How do you define ethics, Mr. iDubbbz? Are you an ethical moral standard we should be looking up to? The I don't think it's ethical argument gets me every single time, because who are you to impose your ethics upon me?
Serious about. He was talking to some guy on this podcast about the guy he antagonized in the Trader Joe's parking lot.
That's another comment we get here and there is, you don't know what was going on in their life. They must have had a terrible day.
I think that guy had some serious stuff going on.
Yeah.
Regardless of your interaction with him, I think I don't know what it was. Either mental issues or
well, it seemed like he was a contractor
drama.
or something. Like he seemed to be gainfully employed.
Okay, CardNarc guy could be an asshole. I'm not, again, not the point here. I believe iDubbbz is correct that CardNarc guy is probably an asshole. But okay, dude.
But yeah, maybe not.
I mean, I guess I get it for optics. Like, obviously, you know, you can't really do your CartNarc thing if your audience is able to tell that the person you're antagonizing is like unemployed and struggling in life. If it's easy for the audience to tell how much someone's struggling, you're not really going to get any sympathy points.
He's not trying to get sympathy points. He knows he looks like an asshole. He just thinks he can appeal to an audience who think the people that aren't putting their carts back are a bigger asshole. I'm not saying that this CartNarc guy is fucking Batman and he's changing clearing the streets of Gotham from carts and solving problems worldwide. He's obviously not. But to say this isn't content that gives you some sort of appeal or some sort of enjoyment watching these people that are straight up annoying to your daily life get, you know, annoyed, like, I get it.
Everyone's going to have sympathy for the person you're antagonizing. Aspect of the CartNarc videos is him identifying someone is essentially not being all together and being like a very vulnerable person, whether they're disabled, whether their car is kind of shitty or broken down, and basically being like, all right, this person doesn't seem like a threat because their life is kind of in shambles.
This guy doesn't seem like a threat?
So that means I can push their buttons harder.
Uh-oh, he's balling it up. Yeah. Want to go back to throwing school, sir? I got some late, he's like...
How long are you going to play this fucking game, man?
Until you take your cart back?
Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me.
I'll put one on the back here, so...
Stop it.
Sir?
Stop it right now.
You stop it. But see, what I'm doing is I'm being nice. Why are you so angry? My motto is no violence whatsoever.
What do you think the point of your video is, iDubbbz? This video is gonna send hate to this guy, and this guy's not gonna stop. You probably got this guy more fans, realistically, because your audience is the type of people that would love his content. iDubbbz's audience that he's fostered for the last 10 years on YouTube is the type of audience that would love CartNarcs. You basically promoted this guy. You did what Twitter did to Hogwarts Legacy. Okay, and made it the most one of the most sold games of all time.
People say, well, that was a small guy. You could have taken him, CartNarcs. Like, that's not the point.
Right. Yeah.
It's for me to beat guys up. But this guy was such a little guy, and I was like, okay, I'll let him swing at me once. But it was overheating because it was like 105 degrees.
Why is iDubbbz even showing this? All he's showing is that CartNarcs got into a physical altercation with someone and didn't fight back with physical force.
That sort of like flippant behavior makes me want to it makes me want to be violent.
He had to cut that. iDubbbz in his editing had to cut this clip. And then he pauses because he was going to say something.
And
then he doesn't know what he's going to say again because he wants to be mean, but I'm a new person now, I'm better. And he had to make a cut over there.
We want to be violent.
And then he says something incredibly vague. This is so sad. Like, this fall from grace just keeps hurting.
It makes me want to be violent. It makes me want to be very violent.
This guy was
He said that twice.
such a little guy, and I was like, okay, I'll let him swing at me once.
My fucking wife!
I didn't mess with your wife, sir. She's chasing me. I'm being chased. Hey, can you call security? There's a guy chasing me. He's trying to be violent. Sir, I'm not gonna fight you. Goodness gracious. Where'd he go?
Really finna knock this.
That's why I want to stay away. Well, I'm staying away for safety. Sir, please, he was threatening to beat me up, knock me out. To keep my distance, obviously, CardNarketeers, because I don't want to get in a physical fight with that gentleman.
Is this like, what was that trying to say? Saying that he doesn't want to get into physical fights with people is just pretty basic, right? Are you calling him out for not getting into a fight and being a bitch and running away, or for getting into a fight? Because you know, if you would get punched and fight back, that would be a whole nother issue. iDubbbz would make a whole complaint about how he gets them riled up, and then when they attack him, he fights them to make it self-defense. You know that would be his argument if he actually did get into a fight.
The CartNarc calls people who don't return their shopping carts lazybones, and if they get mad and yell at him, he calls them angry bones. I'd like
Okay, and your point, sir?
to propose a few more bones. Angry bones is like the CartNarc's dream zone. You know, if you can fall on this part of the spectrum, it's perfect. It's like the Goldilocks zone. Next up, you have fist bones. And this is where things start to get like a little bit more dodgy.
I'm being chased. Hey, can you call security? There's a guy chasing me. He's trying to be violent.
Now, gun bones is actually very interesting.
I hate this video. I hate this so much.
More violence. It's very life-altering violence, but it awards you some privileges. What I mean when I say this is a guy from Texas actually threatened Agent Sebastian with a gun.
Oh, fuck, that's probably crazy.
He said, I'm going to put about 6 in you.
I'm fixing to kill you, and I'm a killer. I'm fixing to put about 6 right in your forehead.
Holy shit, oh my god.
Unsurprisingly, Agent Sebastian left him alone after that. I think that...
Is he calling Agent Sebastian over here a pussy for not fighting with a guy that's literally threatening his life over a shopping cart?
Energy was very clear that he was willing to shoot him over this. There was another instance...
So yeah, obviously he leaves. What?
...where a guy pulled out a gun and cocked it. Obviously, Sebastian...
Oh my god, that's insane.
...didn't continue to antagonize him. He left him alone, and he even blurred out the guy's work truck in the video he posted.
Is he saying that like a bad thing? Not only did he back off when he was threatened with a gun, but he also blurred his truck logo. Wow, that is crazy.
And I think he said, like, I don't want this guy's business to be affected by this interaction or some shit like that. And I'm like, bro, you go around talking about like shaming people.
We are publicly shaming those dicks.
Here's a perfect time to shame someone.
This is not an appropriate way. You're not gonna attack this guy's business because he was being annoyed and pulled a gun out. I am so confused. I cannot believe that he's making this content. He just complained that he blurred his business. And what's the message here? It's like, I cannot believe he would blur somebody's business and not send shame their way when this guy deserves shame.
That was clearly an overreaction. Cocking a gun. Perfect time to shame someone.
Honestly, that's not an overreaction at all. I think that's hilarious on that guy's part. Like, if someone came to my car, listen, I always put back my shopping carts, I'm just saying. But if someone came up to my car and started harassing me for some shit and I had a gun sitting next to me, you wouldn't just pick it up casually to let them know that you're fucking packing? Holy shit, that is a gangster move. I'm just saying. But iDubbbz thinks, oh, that's horrible. Dude, oh god, dude.
Come on. But you don't want their business affected. You don't think someone's life is affected or their mental health is affected.
But think about their mental health, though. You've ruined their lives.
When you post a video of them having a freak out and
I agree that the whole posting their face shit, I mean, obviously that's what the content is, but that's gross.
Parking lot for 15 minutes. You don't think their life is affected, but you can have some sympathy for the business owner.
What do you have against this man? Oh my lord. What kind of criticism is this?
I think we can all do the mental work it takes to understand why these decisions are made by Sebastian. It's basically like, if this guy's business is heavily affected by my fucking video, then all of a sudden I'm engulfed in controversy, and it's now a problem. But
yeah, and also he has a gun. You want to put a public video roasting the business of some guy that threatened you with a gun? I think that realistically, that is a very human reaction. If I annoyed someone and they are just quick enough to pull a gun out on me, I think the first thing I would want to do is not incite them to violence.
For the guy who has to fucking open his PT Cruiser by reaching out of the car and pulling it open like that, no one's gonna fucking care about this guy.
What?
I don't care about his mental health. I don't care about what he's struggling with. So I get free reign to put this guy online. It is really bad. And it's...
iDubbbz, what are you doing?
It's win more. Like, clearly this guy has a fucking business. He's able to drive around with a fucking firearm and essentially get a guy to not fuck with him. Like, that's extremely win more. These aren't the guys who we should be worried about and who deserve to be antagonized.
No one deserves to be public shamed. However, these people are assholes. I am very against public shaming, just on a personal level. I think the whole putting their faces online, and I said this from the very beginning, is a huge asshole thing. I think that's the worst thing he's doing. I think insulting them in private and telling them to put their cart back is almost appropriate just because they are being an asshole and he's being an asshole back, and this is like a nothing burger situation. Putting their face online and publicly shaming them, I think is disgusting. I just have to say, I don't think that's nice at all. I don't understand why that's not the crux of iDubbbz' argument, because I think that's not just a basic argument, but I think that's just a very human argument. You complaining that he is being rude when these people are being rude and these people are assholes not putting their carts back? I'm floored that he made this whole video.
What are all these parking violations for, by the way? That's a lot of them.
Yeah, they're all illegal too.
They aren't. They aren't. The people who...
He asked the guy a question and the guy was snarky with his response. Should he not have posted that on the vid? What's wrong with that? Wait, huh? He asked the guy a question in public and the guy answered in public. What? Huh?
They aren't. The people who are probably most deserving of being antagonized by the CartNarc are the ones who basically guffaw and just drive off.
I would argue that if there's anyone that you say, you didn't put your cart back, you're a lazybones. If they get out of the car because they want to beat you up, they deserve the public humiliation. Okay? What? The people that are actually gonna get into a physical altercation with you because you told them to put their cart back and call them a lazybones, those guys are unhinged.
It seems as though this peasant has just left his magnet on my car. The poor fool doesn't realize that I have no obligation to address his qualms with me.
Sounds like that guy's just based. That's the based response. Why does he hate these guys? That is the based answer. iDubbbz, person who needs to address every situation that ever came up, but these guys that aren't willing to we're gonna play armchair psychologist for a moment. The reason why iDubbbz hates the guys that aren't reacting to the CartNarc is because iDubbbz regrets vehemently that he had to react to the controversies levied towards him about his past content and about his changing content. iDubbbz hates so much that Sam Hyde made a video forcing iDubbbz to upload his Sam Hyde video. iDubbbz is living in a world where he hates the fact that he needed to address situations. So when he sees people able to get off scot-free by not addressing a situation, that's exactly why it rubs him the wrong way so much, because these people did what he was not able to do.
Sebastian and the Narketeers, if it's really worth it for someone to not take the cart back to the cart corral, their life is not fucking roses. Their life is not pleasant. I know we love...
no, or they're just lazy bones. Have you considered that, iDubbbz?
I know we love to make all of their actions malicious.
You're right, they're probably not malicious. They're probably just lazy, which is why he calls them lazy bones, not malicious bones.
But it's just not the fucking reality.
Dude, iDubbbz didn't put his cart back in the mall last week, and he's now making this video.
They're not thinking about you. Not thinking about you isn't the biggest crime.
Why are you showing this? Bad habits?
Do it every fucking day. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of iDubbbz Complains. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you want to hear me
I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this video exists.
Complain about more shit. I do that on the podcast, She Ruined My Career. That is available on the
That's a really base name for a podcast for a guy whose wife ruined their career.
Maximum Damage channel. And yeah, I also stream 18 hours a week over.
This was the worst filler episode of Naruto I've ever seen.
We're on Twitch, so if you want to come.
Yeah, let's see the comments on this bad boy. Imagine getting called a lazybones when being lazy. No shit, Sherlock. If you're offended by being called a lazybones, the most milquetoast, half-hearted dad joke insult in the world, then you're a baby bones. iDubbbz is usually the puppet master in this situation and doesn't like it when he can't control whether he returns the cart or not. Being called lazybones is the same energy as Moist Critical's Goofy. Oh my god, brother. How can someone make this video? I'm so sad. I don't even know what to say. This is the fall off of a legend. This is the most riches to rags situation I've ever seen in my entire life. He deserves the 42% dislikes on his video because that video was god awful, especially coming from him. It makes me so sad, bro.
Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.